Back then, people went out to earn. Now most earning is done while staying at home. Hey designers! Today we're creating a beginner-friendly, documentary-style animation. So let's get started. First, import 3 newspapers and drag them onto the timeline, placing them in different positions and rotating them however you like. Once they're positioned, select all the layers and press P for position, Shift plus R for rotation, and Shift plus S for scale. Then click on the stopwatch icons next to each property, move the timeline forward a few frames, and adjust each newspaper individually, changing their position, rotation, and scale. This part is completely up to you and how you want the animation to look. After that, select all the keyframes and press F9 to ease them. Then open the graph editor. If you don't see it, right-click and choose Edit Speed Graph. In the center of the timeline, add blank keyframes for all layers to create a pause. Then fine-tune the keyframe positions for better timing. Finally, select all keyframes and pre-compose them, naming the new pre-comp layer newspapers. Now we're going to create the counter animation, where the years will move. Start by creating a new composition and name it Numbers. Enable Title/Action Safe mode so you can see the margins and center points. Using the text tool, paste the numbers and position them so the first number touches the left margin, the second number is centered, and the third number touches the right margin. Adjust the size of the numbers accordingly. To animate, select the text layer. Press P for position. Click the stopwatch. Move the timeline forward a few frames. And slide the numbers until you reach the final year you want the counter to stop on. For example, 2020. Change the color of all numbers to white, except the final year, which you can highlight in yellow to make it stand out. Select all keyframes and press F9 to ease them. Turn on motion blur. Then go to the graph editor to fine-tune the motion. Next, take the pen tool and draw a straight line. Expand its properties under Contents, Shape 1, Stroke 1, and use the taper option to make the ends narrower. Duplicate this line by pressing Ctrl+D and place it on top of the numbers. Preview the animation to ensure it looks smooth. Now create a new composition called Counter. Drag the numbers pre-comp into it. And apply the CC cylinder effect. Adjust the rotation and set the render mode to outside so only the outer numbers are visible. Then, Apply CC sphere. Adjust the radius. And tweak the lighting to your preference. And that's it. This is how easy it is to make a moving counter animation. Now, go back to the main composition and drag the counter composition on top. Adjust its starting point so it begins after a few frames. Next, import the ink overlay video and select the new pre-composed layer. Then change its track matte from none to the ink overlay. Set the track matte to alpha inverted, and then switch it to Luma by clicking it again. You'll now see the ink overlay appearing on top of the composition. Moving on to the newspaper layers. Select all of them and press U to reveal keyframes. Delete the last keyframes so the newspapers stay visible on the screen, and then add some spacing between the keyframes to slow down the animation slightly. At this stage, we'll temporarily set aside the counter so we can focus on the ink and newspaper overlay. Select the ink overlay layer and scale it up as needed. Then adjust its timing for a faster effect. With the ink layer selected, go to Layer, Time. Enable time remapping. Adds a blank keyframe. Move this blank keyframe closer to speed up the overlay animation. Preview the composition, and you'll see the ink overlay interacting perfectly with the newspapers. Import another image that will be revealed as the ink overlay removes the newspaper layer. Scale up this new image. Then select the ink overlay and duplicate it by pressing Ctrl+D. Make the duplicated ink overlay visible, and change the track matte of the new image layer to this new ink overlay, setting it as Luma Matte. You'll now see the newspaper disappear and the new image revealed perfectly. Next, let's focus on the counter. Move the counter layer on top so it's visible and determine its timing on the screen. To make it stand out, go back to the numbers pre-composition and create a shape layer as a background for the numbers. Align it and move it below all other layers, making its color black. Turn on transparency so everything is visible. Then apply Gaussian blur from the effects panel. Increase the blurriness and untick repeat edge pixels. Return to the main composition and check the look. It should appear smooth. Adjust the counter's positioning so it starts when the newspapers begin to move apart. To animate it, select the counter layer. Press T for opacity. Click the stopwatch. Move a few frames forward, and set the opacity to 0. Press F9 to ease them, and adjust the second keyframe so the fade is gradual, not sudden. Now, we'll use a new image as a transition element between scenes. Drag and drop the image onto the timeline. Scale it up and rotate it slightly. Move the newspaper layer all the way to the left so it's not visible. Then press P for position and Shift+R for rotation, clicking the stopwatch on both properties. Move the timeline forward a few frames. Slide the newspaper to the right and adjust its rotation so it moves naturally. Select all keyframes and press F9 to ease them. Next, duplicate the computer image by pressing Ctrl+D. Select both computer layers and trim them at the appropriate point by pressing Alt+ right-click. Move the duplicated layer so it starts exactly where the first layer ends. Change its track matte from none to the newspaper JPEG we created. Invert it and set it as alpha matte. Now duplicate the newspaper layer with Ctrl+D, turn its visibility on, and scale it up to help hide the computer layer. Adjust the position so it aligns with the newspaper's movement, ensuring it starts at the same time and covers the screen completely at the second position. This way, as the newspaper moves to the right, the underlying computer image is fully hidden, creating a smooth transition to the next scene. For this scene, import the $PNG. We'll animate it as well to make it more dynamic. Select the layer. Press P for position, Shift+R for rotation, and Shift+S for scale. Then click the stopwatch on each property. Move the timeline forward a few frames. Adjust the position, scale, and rotation so it enters the screen naturally. If the animation is too fast, press F9 to ease the keyframes and increase the distance between them to slow it down. Fine-tune the scale and rotation so it appears smoothly on the screen. After that, duplicate the $PNG multiple times to have several of them appear, adjusting their position, rotation, and scale as you like. You can get creative with how many duplicates you add and how they move. And that's it. Our animation is complete. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Ace Designs for more content like this.